Hi, I'm Erik Voss, and Avengers Endgame has now cleared the spoiler window. And given the massive turnout at Tony Stark's funeral, plus the thousands of people working on Spider-Man Far From Home with its multiple Iron Man in memoriam Banksies, it's pretty miraculous that Endgame's ending was kept so under wraps. A big reason for that secrecy was the decision by the Russo brothers to write and shoot several alternate endings to deliberately misdirect the cast and crew so that when Mark Ruffalo says everyone dies again, or when Tom Holland says, writing that Pegasus was mental,
damn it,
everyone would just be like, yeah, okay. But now, one super interesting alternate ending has leaked, with a scene description from the directors revealing who actress Katherine Langford played, why it was removed from the film, and what this deleted ending tells us about Marvel's intentions for future films. Last year, it was reported that Katherine Langford from 13 Reasons Why would be playing a role in Avengers Endgame, and we speculated everything from Hawkeye's protege Kate Bishop to Thanos' mommy Suisan, but also we predicted possibly an older version of Tony and Pepper's daughter, which is who Langford ended up playing in this deleted alternate ending. Here's what was gonna happen. After Tony Stark's snap in the final battle, the one that wiped out Thanos and his forces, Stark's consciousness was going to transport to the orange-colored Soul World realm, described by Joe Russo as a metaphysical way station. The same place that Thanos went after his snap in Infinity War, where he met his daughter Gamora.
Did you do it?
Yes.
What did it cost?
Everything.
In this alternate ending, post-snap Stark was in Thanos' place, similarly meeting his daughter Morgan, but an adult version of her, played by Katherine Langford. Morgan was going to forgive Tony and give him peace to go. In Endgame, Morgan Stark was the one good thing to come out of Tony's post-defeat life, and the main thing holding him back from reversing the snap. He didn't want to lose her, and he would have felt guilty about leaving her behind to save the universe. This scene would have aimed to provide emotional closure to that inner conflict. The Russos said that this concept felt resonant on the page, but after they shot it, it ended up just being too many ideas in an already overcomplicated movie. And that when they showed this scene to test audiences found it really confusing. Anthony Russo added that we didn't feel an emotional association with the adult version of Morgan. This would be a completely new face, and it just wasn't really resonating with them. Ultimately, the directors and screenwriters said that they always intended on Endgame ending with Tony sacrificing himself and Cap to return to Peggy to finally get that rain check on the dance. But without this adult Morgan Stark scene, Tony Stark's final moments adjusted away from a spiritual, metaphysical aesthetic to a more personal farewell from Peter Parker and Pepper Potts, whom honestly fans recognize as having a longer on-screen history with Tony and really being more part of his family. Pepper told him in the scene, "It's okay, you can rest." A callback to their earlier scene when Pepper told Tony that he wouldn't be able to sleep unless he helped the Avengers in their time heist. But the fact that the filmmakers intended on an adult Morgan Stark playing a larger role in Iron Man's send-off is worth noting, because as I explained in my other breakdown of the mysterious hammering audio that played after the Endgame credits, this movie might be hinting at what is coming next when it comes to how Iron Man's legacy will live on in the MCU. Peter and Pepper at Stark's deathbed are important, obviously, because both of them are donning armor designed by Stark. They're both capable candidates to carry the torch of his brilliance. Though, let's be honest, Spider-Man's obviously a bit more fun of a successor to follow. Nothing against Gwyneth Paltrow, I just don't want to have to start looking for Easter eggs on the Goop homepage. But Morgan Stark is also a possible successor now. Endgame introduced her character wearing an Iron Man helmet and gauntlets. And she's already proven to be quotable with that adorable line, "I love you 3000," which, if you think about it, actually reveals her intellect, since it was a response to Tony saying "I love you tons," with a ton equaling 2,000 pounds, a fact that Morgan must know if she heightens it to 3,000. If the Russos cast an exciting upcoming talent like Katherine Langford as an adult Morgan, someone they intended to play a major role in Tony Stark's departure, it stands to reason that Marvel might have some ideas for a future Katherine Langford Morgan Stark alongside figures like Peter Parker carrying Iron Man's legacy into the next generation. Would you have preferred this deleted alternate ending to be included in the theatrical cut, or do you think Endgame worked better without it? Comment down below with your thoughts and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EA Voss. Subscribe to New Rockstars on YouTube and follow our new podcast feed Inside Marvel for early access to all of our Marvel coverage. Thank you for joining me, and imagine what it was like for Mark Ruffalo to watch Avengers Endgame the first time and see the real ending. You mean Hulk doesn't become president? I can't believe they lied to me.
Dude.
Not everybody.